Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Star Enlightenment Channel. And I'm here back with another short video. As you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about stars and satellites. And this is okay. Listen up. This is a response to Doelow the Pilotman. Now, a few disclaimers. This is not a criticized video. This is not a criticism video. This is not a judgmental video. This is not a hate video. This is not a hate crime. This is not me talking down on somebody. This is not me trying to combat. This is not me trying to argue, trying to necessarily even debate per se. This is no negative energy geared towards nobody. This is none of that type of stuff. All right, none of that. And I know it's a lot of butthurt people that be in this conversation that they'll be like, oh, why are you this and that? They so flaky, like it's weird. Like they'll get mad at me more than the actual receiver, the person that I'm doing the video towards. And a lot of times I be doing it for edification purposes. But I'm tired of re-explaining myself. If niggas want to get mad, get mad. That's your life. If you live your life, I ain't even gonna say being up under nobody, but if you live your life being in a situation where you fighting harder for somebody else than what they fighting for themselves, because they already know it ain't that deep, and you putting all your eggs in one basket, trying to put all your energy and emotional turmoil and energy towards it, that's on you. You can't be in no great place. You can't be in heaven. Your life gotta be hell. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I will make this, so that's my disclaimer. It's not a negative video. It's just a video I want to see for understanding, right? And I wanted to put my 2 cents on it. So he did a video before. He had talked about how stars are basically satellites. Now, he can be very vague in general, so sometimes it's hard to understand. Are you talking about all of the satellites that are up there are 100% stars, or are you saying the majority, or if not most, are satellites? Because we be vague sometimes, like you don't really be specific. So a lot of times people walk away, they be acting like they know it, but really they don't be always knowing that shit. It really because you don't be specific, but I don't know, but the way he said it is that all the satellites are stars. And all I want to say is, my biggest key point I want to say is, I ain't gonna say I disagree. I really do think a lot of those stars up there are satellites. Now, do I think all of them are satellites? Possibly, but me personally, I don't like to look at it like that because I look at it like this. When you take a telescope and shout out Leo Koru, shout out Leo Koru. When you take a telescope and you put the telescope, because I've done this before, because one time I asked him, I think about it, and I don't think he ever did it before. But if you take a telescope and you zoom it in, even your camera lens, and you zoom it in real close on the star, you got the real good cameras, you zoom it in real close, it'll start to look like water. But it'll look like, sometimes it'll look like a circle because stars differ. Some stars you zoom in on look like a circle. They'll look like an actual circle, right? They'll be like a spherical shape, but it'll look like water. Like you ever look at a pool on a sunny day, and you can see the light reflection of the sun hitting the water, and it's like a ripple effect with the light hitting the water like a ripple effect. It's that same thing that when you zoom in on a star. So stars are in water for sure, and I know that atmosphere is like that anyway. But when you zoom in, you see that ripple effect, and then usually it's a spherical um, figure or shape. But then some stars you go on to, and you could say it's spherical, but really it don't even be spherical. It just you see a lot of lights coming from it, but like a lot of lights, like all kind of like neon colors coming from it. Now I'm not saying that those can't be a machine. I'm not saying that those could be a machine, but I'm just saying like, what I wouldn't be looking at a satellite seeing a ball. I wouldn't be looking at it. Not ain't even a ball. It's just a spherical shape. Cause ain't even a ball. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's a ball. It's like a spherical shape though. I'm doing pretty good, Leo Keru. How are you? Thank you for getting on me, man. Thank you for being here, supporting the channel. But listen, when you zoom in on one of those stars, a lot of times it's a spherical shape, right? And it'll be like a ripple effect, like it's in water. Um, but if that was a satellite, I'm not thinking produces a spherical shape like that. And maybe it does. Maybe it does, but I would find it very hard to believe that every star that you and they at different angles and they all positioned a certain type of way for you to see that circle. That mean they will all be aiming towards you. See, that won't really make sense. So no, I think a lot of times he makes his statements, and I really do think for the most part he be right. But I don't really think it's what he say. I think it's how he says. I think most of the stuff he say is right. I do think it's some flunkness because I say most of his information is correct. I just think there be a tad, a small, and I even say a small percentage, a small 5 or 10%, where it's like most of the stuff be right, but that small percentage, it be mainly his own perception as a spirit, and it don't make him right or wrong in those situations. It's just we all we all as spirits have our own perception. We're our own point of view. We all in different spaces relative to our spirits. So since we all in different spaces spiritually, I may like one thing, you may like one thing. You see this, you see that. I like this, you don't like that. We all in our own spaces, and so therefore we develop our own perspective. We have our own perception of whatever we're looking at. But all those perceptions make up a whole. But that's another video. But my whole point I'm saying is, I look at it like it's a good thing to get other people's perspective, but I just realized that that's just that. So it don't make her right or wrong, or that don't make my perspective any less, your perspective any less, somebody else's perspective any less. It's all part of piece of a puzzle. But my whole point that I'm really here to make is specifically staying on the topic of satellites and stars. Shout out Michael Sean, um, my G, yeah, man, shout you out, big up to you, man. So how come when you zoom in on a quote unquote star, right? They always have like a spherical figure. Now I said sometimes they don't. Like sometimes you'll pull up on one, and if you ever look up the videos, just type in zooming in on a star, you'll see like it'll be emanating something. It'll be emanating like lights, a lot of different shades of colors and stuff like that. So a satellite could do that. Don't get it twisted. But I just think it's crazy how every time you zoom in on one, or for the most time when you zoom in on one, it's a spherical shape. I wouldn't I wouldn't believe a satellite to produce that type of shape. It's I'm not giving it justice by what I'm saying. Really, you have to check out a telescope. You either look on videos or check out a telescope yourself, or zoom your camera lens on it deeply into it, because you'll start seeing like I'm not saying it can't be a satellite, but all of them can't be satellites. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that when you zoom in on, when you start realizing that's like saying the sun is a satellite. I'm just saying because it'd be the same. Nah, it is the same thing. Because when you zoom in on the sun, you see a spherical object emanating light, but a bright light that's obviously look like it's, you know what I'm saying, impactful. But when you zoom in on one of those stars, you zoom in real close, you'll start seeing it's a spherical sphere too, and it's pushing off its light. You see what I'm saying? Now, some of them, some stars really do look like satellites, look like certain. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a few of them, or even a lot of them. Sometimes I see that they be emanating a certain amount of light. It's like certain spectrums they're giving off, and then they're shaped in a spherical way, which a typical satellite I wouldn't believe it to have that type of figure. It would be playing out like something else. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is I don't believe all satellites are stars. I mean, we all have our opinions. Sometimes we let ego get in our way and we don't really want to hear what somebody has to say, or we believe that we know it all. But that can't be the case, because if we really knew it all, we would be in some grave position in life. If we really knew it all, what would be our point of even coming to this realm of reality? That's ego. Because even if we try to say, oh, no, I came here to save humanity. First of all, you even said it yourself. Who are you to save anybody? God didn't tell us to do any of this stuff. We make these paths. One, two, that's a little bit of ego too, trying to even save a lower nature place like this. That's ego too, and you got to have some type of desire to even come in the first place. We all feel short, right? So if you're in a situation where you say, "Oh, I can't help humanity," I mean, it sound good, but from a spiritual perspective, that sound like that's flunkness too. I ain't gonna say it's not really right or wrong. I ain't gonna say that, but it do sound like a sense of flunkness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how you gonna say you ain't here to save nobody in the spirit realm, but then spiritually be like, oh, I can't have that to save many. But really, you end up not saving anybody, because the world don't really f with you anyway, and the government just listen to yours to learn your knowledge. But it ain't like they're giving you credit. They're not giving you no money. They blocking your channel and shadow banning your channel and make it where you can't be heard and all kind of stuff. So how is it a situation so much where it's just so was worth coming here for? Just to do that. No, that was a desire you was lost in. You can fight it all you want. I already know fire energy. I know what fire energy is like. I know it's just gonna know what a person is saying is true, but put itself in a situation where it fights that like that other person is wrong, knowing damn well that what that person's saying is true, knowing damn well it's just a sense of ego. They're trying to protect and put a shit over their soft spot because of how they truly feel. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I get it. But I also understand the truth, and I also understand reality too, and realisticness too, and I understand that. Now I ain't saying nothing is bad. I am rambling, by the way, but I ain't saying nothing is bad. But at the same time, it's like can't say one thing and say another. It's always a lot of contradictions. Say one thing, say another thing. But that's besides the point, really. But yeah, I don't believe stars. All stars are satellites. Maybe a lot of them. Maybe even most of them. Hell, I give you that. I even say maybe most of them, even certain days, all of them may be satellites. And then on certain days, you see certain stars come about. I even see that, but I can't see them all, because if you actually take a telescope and not just overthink it. You take a telescope and zoom in on these things, you start realizing like all these can't be, not all of them, not 100%, but hey, it could be because I don't know everything. I'm not gonna act like I know everything. I'm not lost to my ego like that. For anybody, I was always taught and believe that anybody that tell you that they know that like they know everything, they bull ishing you. They know that that ain't really the case. They bull crapping you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, I don't see the purpose of saying one thing and coming out here trying to help, because it's like they don't really respect you at all. The government really don't even like you. I'm not trying to be funny, but the government really don't even like you. They don't respect you or like you. They don't really even take you really seriously. Like they just go to your page. They first of all they shut up on your page, so they're not even trying to give you the credit and the props and all of the views that you really deserve, or quote unquote. And then they send all these that you say trolls to your channel so that they control your channel and put you in distress and make you feel some type of way about that. I mean, you probably strong, probably don't bother you, but the fact that they even do it in the first place, let's not act like that don't matter. They're constantly attacking you. They're constantly creating different narratives geared towards you. Like you say, they steal stuff, steal your stuff. All they do, and you think that, oh, it'd be like the government be watching me all the time. They probably do. I ain't gonna say they don't. I actually 100% do believe they do. I actually do believe they do, because they even come out with certain stuff but here's the thing, they just take real knowledge from you and run with it. They don't be like, okay, let's give you a Nobel Peace Prize. Ain't not even that extreme. They don't even be like, let's give you some of the benefit of the doubt and kind of quote unquote support you in different ways. It's like they just take your stuff, they take all your information. You think that they sitting there sucking up your knowledge because it's like, oh, this is the great Archangel Uriel. But really, I'm telling you, the government ain't doing like that. The government is sitting back like, oh, this person just spitting out all this knowledge in the game. Let's take this, and then they gonna take the knowledge, not give you honor and respect for it, not give put your name on it, so at least give you some sense of respect and reverence for it. They gonna take it, and then on top of that, invert it, invert the damn knowledge in the way that they want to use it. So not only are they stealing your knowledge, what? Not only are they stealing your knowledge and not even give you the props for it, they stealing your knowledge and they inverting it to the bull crap that they want to put it toward, all the negative quote unquote narratives that they want to use it for, and actually use it to be that much more aware and that much more expanded to know how to attack people and keep people in bondage and sheep mentally in even more ways this time. So you a fool, no offense, but you actually a fool spiritually. I ain't dumb like everybody in the fucking chat. And I ain't hating. And I ain't coming to criticize and talk bad. But I ain't dumb as a spirit. Nigga, I see too. Nigga, I be beyond the veil seeing too. Nigga, I ain't no all, because I never talk like that. Because ain't nobody on earth like that. They all cap. I don't care if you're the most intelligent person in the world. You still here as a human being, bitch. You still came back down into one of these vessels. You still suffer in different ways like everybody else. Now, you may not be as bad as everybody else. You may be able to support your own self in this situation, in this life and stuff like that. But you still in a situation where we all walk the same earth, bitch. Until you flying and all that like that, and you the only one held high on a mountain, and you somewhere up there with it, that's different. But we all got to deal with our own issues, you know what I'm saying? But that's really besides the point. I just look at it like it's actually foolish, because you give you know you a lot of these people that's in the chat that acting like they are so good this and that, they don't even be that. A lot of people just suck ups. A lot of people just suck up and going along with everything that you say. I'm just keeping it real. This is not a hate. I'm keeping it real because a lot of people sensitive. I get it. That fire and water in y'all charts be effing y'all up mentally and effing y'all souls up. Y'all can't even, you know what I'm saying, have no sense of strength or no toughness to y'all to take anything. Everything need to be expressed. Everything. I understand that, but I'm just saying. I'm keeping it real though. That's the difference. So I don't let my reference on featherless because I already know I'm spiritually equipped. People, I'm keeping it 100 with what I'm saying. That's the difference. Everybody else want to troll and come in, but that's a different story. But I just don't understand what's going on. I just think it's kind of crazy. It's slightly foolish. I'm not saying a person is wrong because that's a person's purpose and path, but they also create that path too on purpose. Not like somebody gave them this spiritually. Like people be trying to make everybody create their own path and milk their own path. But I look at it at the end of the day like it's kind of foolish to be giving away all your pearls and swines to people and acting like it's almost like ego thing. Like the government watch me all the time. The government watch me all the time. But it don't really matter because they don't f with you and they'll never give you the props for what you do and none of these celebrities will ever give you the props for what you do and they don't respect you. It's not that you're a bad person. They don't respect you. You're not from this world. You're not from this realm of reality. You came down. You spent good knowledge. They reckon that. They realize that. they don't already train and indoctrinate the masses to not even listen to the type of stuff that you talk about in general. So you could be saying the most realest thing. The masses, the average person, is gonna be indoctrinated to throw everything you saying out the window. Take it in one ear and go out the other ear. It might not even go in one ear. That's how bad it is. So you could be telling the real truth that helped them out, and they still wouldn't be able to see it. That's how deep it go. But the government do be sitting down there and taking in your information, but they don't be taking in your information to give you props from it and benefit you and support you in some type of way. They laugh in your face. They listen to your information. They take all your precious pearls and swines and your gems spiritually, your crystals spiritually. They got good knowledge to them and energy to it. They take it. They basically take it. They almost like they steal it because they take it. They don't even give you a props for it. They take that intellectual property. They're gonna probably try to come out like it's theirs later. That's another strike. Then they're gonna use it against you. Then they're gonna turn it and invert it, which is kind of the same thing, but they're gonna invert it to utilize it to what they want to use it for. So they're gonna demonize it in some shape or form. Um, and then on top of that, they're gonna also still send trolls and all these other miscellaneous energies towards you. So it seems like they kind of like playing with you in a sense. They kind of toying with you. And I'm keeping it real. You probably never heard it like that before. I'm the only nigga that's gonna keep it real though. You can't have it real when people in your chat sucking up all day, sucking on shrimp all day. I'm not trying to be. I ain't mean to say shrimp. I mean like sucking on meat all day, being like oh the sucker everything a person say they sucking up to. You know what I'm saying? Can't gonna have nobody real. If you ain't gonna have nobody real around, you can forget it. You can forget it. Yeah, you can forget it. If you ain't got people that's gonna be real with you, you can forget anything because you'll never be led in the right way. But anyway, that's kind of me ranting, but that's just how I feel at the end of the day. And about to get up out of here, y'all. But I really don't try to make this like a negative video. I was just being real. Because at the end of the day, the stars and satellites thing, that was one thing. But really, I just brought it to that because it's like you start realizing like a lot of stuff that people say they kind of contradict themselves. You know what I'm saying? People say one thing but then do another. People say one thing and then say another. So it's like something don't be adding up. So at some point, I just realized it to this. Dude got a lot of knowledge, tons of knowledge. Ain't no ifs ands or buts about it. It's just you gotta realize that some of this stuff, a few of this stuff, is their own perspective and perception. And then not even that, they live life just like we live life, and they come up with their own stuff too. It don't make every single thing right. You'll be a fool. I don't care who you are. You're a fool to put all your eggs in a basket for any one person to think like everything they say is right. You a fool. And if you in his chat and anybody chat doing that, and you living your life like that, like sucking up, yes master, yes man, with your lips sticking out, eating porridge, yes master, yes, you got a slave spirit, and you definitely not about to get born into no atmosphere, quote unquote. You're not gonna get born into nothing that. You tripping. And if you do, well, first, if you really was that expanded, I think you have a kind of a certain head on your shoulder at least. But if you are that expanded somehow and you just suck up like that, which I find it hard to believe in this reality, but you're gonna be in a situation because you will have your own to some extent. You have your own mind. So you could that could be your best pie. That could be your best homie. That could be your best guru, whatever that you mainly agree with 99% of the time. But you still be able to have your own mind and formulate your own mind out of that. You see what I'm saying? But when you just sucking up to somebody and you're not even like, you don't even got your own brain. It's like, nah, you don't know. They got y'all talk about spell. They got y'all. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I ain't gonna stand here all day. We almost 20 minutes in. Much love to y'all. Y'all take it easy. Keep it cool. Quick disclaimer again. I didn't want to make this no negative video. Really, I know it kind of seemed like it, but I really not no hate your video. I still love it. I love it. I love I love the videos. I love all that. I'm a big supporter of Pilotman. It really wasn't a negative video. I just wanted to be real because a lot of people can't take the truth. People be sensitive. I really ain't say nothing negative. I ain't say nothing, nigga. I ain't say, oh, this a fraud. I ain't say none of that. It is true. And I believe he truly is the archangel Uriel. No doubt about it. I'm just saying, y'all gonna have to realize once y'all get to higher reality anyway, that all these names and titles still don't mean ish. Because even if a person's more expanded than you, got more abilities than you, that don't make them God and that don't make them perfect. They all make mistakes. They fail just like you. Sometimes we be wrong. Sometimes we think one thing is one way. We end up got to clean that up because we realize, okay, that wasn't that way. It's another way. We all, if you in this vessel now, I don't care who you are. You could be Kratos in the flesh. You could be Jesus in the flesh. You could be Lucifer in the flesh. If you're in this body in some shape or form, you may be expanded. You may be able to be powerful and influential, but you are not in a situation where you are impervious to imperfection. You always gonna be in a situation where we all make mistakes, we all fall short. So that's why I don't like when people look at any man like they the all be all, and everything that they say is 100% gold. Because here's the thing, like I said, even if it is 100% gold, you can believe that, But when you look up to a person as such, that's when you get messed up. That's what people not getting. I could say a million different things in the world, and all of them could resonate with a person's spirit, and they could all be right. That's fine. But when you act like that person is the all be all in the situation of like, oh, like they're higher than this, or they to be worshipped or reverenced a certain way, where everything that they say you feel like is perfect, and like then that's when you get effed up. Like I don't know, but if you get the memo, you get the message, you get the message. It don't really matter to me. I know it's a lot of sheep out there, especially in that community. Now that's an ugly community. That's no offense, cause I do love it, but the subconscious community, that's an ugly ass community. Now that's the worst. That's the worst spiritual community out there. I'm gonna do a video on that too. That's the worst spiritual community out there. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, cause the difference is with the subconscious community and other spiritual systems is, at least with some spiritual systems, some of them spiritual systems will actually fight together. As flaunt as they may be, they gonna actually get together and try. It could be the dumbest thing in the world. They could believe the most lost thing in the world, right in the flesh, that when they die, none of that even matter in the first place. But they'll still don't matter because they'll still get together and they'll still be pushing that out. You take subconscious community, the people that be in like Doelow, the Pilotman chats and all that, you take subconscious community, man, these people will know all kind of stuff and they still won't get together. They still won't get together. They'll judgment you, give you negative energies. You could be spiritual trying to show them, hey, look, I'm in the same thing you are. You trying to collect, you trying to this, you know, all this, because this is all we got. What they say is two brains, this is all we got. And you'll still be in a situation where they'll push you away and act like, oh, Lord, we ain't trying to do this. No, I'm telling you, subconscious community, that's the worst spiritual community out there. It's almost not spiritual, but that's the worst spiritual community out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. You better off being in some damn flunked out new age, new era Christian spirituality than that. I'm keeping 100 with you. I'm just saying I'm talking about the social part. I'm not talking about the knowledge. Like they flunked. Everybody flunked. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual shit, the community, Christian community, that's flunk. I'm not saying get lost into that religion. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the actual knowledge. I'm saying from a community point of view, you would be better off as a community social trying to get together if you was these things. You'd be better off in those other systems and stuff like that than to be in a subconscious because you ain't gonna get nothing out of that. Nobody know how to be harmonious. Nobody know how to really get together and collab. It be like a few ace of spades that be doing that. They get together. That they probably already got a little name for themselves. That's in the subconscious community. They get together. You probably got a few, two or three or four that got together because they already got their platform booming. Usually they already got their little music booming, whatever they got going on, and it's already up to par. So it ain't nothing for them. And even then, they still only collabing with specific people, probably because they either come from specific backgrounds, are they sharing the same interests, or they gonna benefit each other in some shape or form. And even then, that's only a few people that's already done probably made it a little bit, then already made a certain path for themselves where they can have more access to certain stuff. Other than that, you take the average subconscious community dude, man, it's gonna be all kind of flunkness and lostness and non-helping, acting weird. They act more weird than anybody else, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. But that is the truth, and that's all I want to say. And I just want to break that down about stars and satellites because I noticed that about them. So I do believe that a lot of them are satellites, but I wonder if all of them really are satellites though, because some of them got to be, even if it's a few of them, got to be kind of something else to it. That's all I'm saying, because the way that they reflect a lot of stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out of here. Shout out to all y'all. Hit me up, comment section, chat. Any videos you want me to make, I get with you about it. Peace.